Clare Cooper Marcus. So exciting to hear from you. She has a book that's coming out in May, groundbreaking, and also works of heart, building village through the arts. The question is, you have had a long and storied career. What keeps you hopeful right now, in spite of all the challenges our country and world are facing?
I'm made hopeful by young people. In 2018, 15-year-old Greta Thunberg sat in front of the Swedish parliament for 3 weeks protesting lack of policy on climate change. Now, in a youth-led movement, Fridays for Future, 14 million youth meet weekly on Fridays in over 7,000 cities. In 2023, young climate activists won a landmark trial against the state of Montana for fossil fuel extraction without regard for global warming. A case hinged on a provision in the state's constitution that people have, quote, a right to a clean and healthy environment, end of quote. A similar case opened exactly today in Missoula, Montana, challenging Trump's orders promoting fossil fuels as a growing danger to the planet and to children, violating their constitutional rights. In my work, I have always emphasized the importance of giving young people experiences in nature as children, in green schoolyards, in parks and natural spaces within housing developments. Because research indicates that people exposed to nature in childhood are more likely to become adults, caring for the environment and becoming stewards of the earth. I'm made hopeful almost every day by a message which I get from dailygood.org, which I highly recommend. Here is a story that touched me recently. In rural Punjab, the Million Tree Project planted a series of native forests on sandy soils, bringing ecological renewal, replenishing groundwater, restoring dignity to women and youth, paid to care for the young trees. Birds have returned to the forest, eating pests, reducing the need for chemical sprays on nearby crops. Now I'm in my early 90s. I can no longer go on protest marches as I once did, but I've made some changes in my life when thinking about climate change. I've stopped eating red meat long ago, but I do still eat chicken and fish. I've changed everything in my house powered by gas to electricity, which is less polluting of the atmosphere and of my house interior. I have plastics picked up by a nonprofit called Ridwell that the city of Berkeley refuses to accept. These are made into Trex, a wood substitute for making decks and outdoor furniture. I grow some of my own food and flowers for pollinators. I try to follow the wisdom of the late Joanna Macy, who looked at the world and all its places and inhabitants with wonder and love. Joanna reminded us that we are living in space without a map. It's time to turn threat into opportunity, to learn to live with not knowing.